Welcome to the YouTube channel for the Willard Family Association of America. Our organization has been around for a long time, holding annual reunions in various places that are significant for one of our Willards, about whom we then tell stories as part of the reunion festivities. Stories are a big part of the appeal for us in the WFA. That's our shorthand for Willard Family Association. And indeed is how I first got interested myself. Here's how it happened for me. I was in my teens and had been dragged by my family to my great uncle's golden wedding anniversary celebration. I didn't know anybody there. There was nobody else exactly my age, and so I went and sat in a corner of the living room and sulked. My great uncle came over. He had two things in his hand. One was a very thick bound book, and the other was a photocopied booklet. And he came over to me and he said, "Karen, I think you might be interested in this." He took the little booklet. He turned nearly to the back of it, and he said, "Look." And there was my name listed as part of my family. And I kind of looked at the rest of the page, and there was my uncle and his kids. And if I turned the page, there were the rest of my immediate family. And up above my name was a little paragraph talking about my parents. And my great uncle said, "Now look, here's your father's name. And look in parentheses next to his name is a long list of first names. You go to the one that's right next to his by going forward in the book until you find that name. And then you'll read about that person who is your grandfather. And then same thing, you get the next name in the list and you go forward. And in that way, you work your way all the way back to the front of this little booklet. The person that started the booklet, Alexander Hamilton Willard, a member of the Lewis and Clark Corps of Discovery. I was thrilled not only to see my name in there, but to see this connection to this person that I had heard stories about. And then he brought out the big, thick book, and he turned to a marked page, and there was the same man, Alexander Hamilton Willard, just as my name had been there in my parents' family record. Now there he was in his family record. And it said no further information. So what my great uncle was doing was filling in that blank spot. And the stories that I followed the same process to go forward in that big, thick book, to follow my direct ancestors and their stories. The Willard family is full of stories. When we have our reunions, we tell those stories. But until now, we didn't record the actual telling of the stories. People who attended the reunion were able to hear them. And then later that year, we would have a summary of how the reunion went, and we would have some still photos in the newsletter. This channel gives us an opportunity to preserve the stories as those who attended the reunion experienced them. And we hope in this way to attract more people who are inspired by these stories to look up their Willard connections as I did, and to become just as excited. So there I was, a callow teenager, and maybe you have some callow teenagers too who would enjoy hearing these stories as well as you would enjoy hearing them yourself. Please subscribe to this channel. Click the like button on each of the videos that we will be posting. So from now on, here's where you come to see what our reunion stories were like and tell them to your kids. Thank you.